Coach's Corner is your source. Baseball, football, soccer, and hoops. The Coach's Corner has the scoop. It's the Coach's Corner with Andy.
Covering Tri-State sports, it's the Coach's Corner with Andy on 92.1 The GOAT.
It's the Coach's Corner.
Hey, I'm Andy with the Coach's Corner. I have Ron Hare here with me. He is the Hancock Panthers varsity head football coach. How you doing today, Ron?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good. Thank you for coming on today. So, how the Panthers doing this season? You guys are sitting pretty good right now. You're 3-5 record. How's things been going for you?
The kids are getting better every day. Coming together as a family, so it makes it a little bit easier, and they're buying into what we're teaching them. So, yeah.
Now, in the previous years for Hancock football, you guys didn't have too many players on the team, really low numbers, as Hancock is a smaller school in the area. But this year, from what I hear, you guys have about 24, maybe a little less, maybe a little more.
Actually, yeah, we have 22 this year.
Okay.
My first year, we actually finished the season with 11. So it's been a big jump in 4 years.
Man, just 11 players?
Yes.
Wow. I bet you the kids were tired after the games.
A little bit.
So previously, before you became the head coach at Hancock, you were the assistant coach at Williamsport for 4 years. And you also worked with Hancock's junior football program, as well as the Williamsport Bears football team. Is that correct? No?
Not the Hancock Junior League.
Okay.
I think that was just a little bit of a mistake. No, I've been the Williamsport Bears, which is the high school's basically the feeder team.
Okay.
Yes, I've been with them for 15 years now.
That's cool. So,
Yes.
how do you recruit your players to come play for you on the football team? I know being a small school, it's got to be tough just to get people interested in general. Do you use other players as a recruitment tool, or what other tactics do you use to try to get people to come onto the football team?
Well, I have actually two ways. One, the players, they do all the recruiting. But at the beginning, I have a big recruiting tool that you may not know about, and that's my nephew, who is the Buffalo Bills running back, Ty Johnson.
That's awesome. I did hear about that. That's pretty
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And he's currently playing in the NFL now, right?
Yes, he's running back with Buffalo Bills, but,
Okay.
he would come up to the school and lift with them and do some running
awesome.
sessions with them. Yep,
I bet you that's a big motivator for kids to come out and want to play.
absolutely, absolutely.
That would be a motivator for me. So when he does come up to the school there, how many times has he come through to Hancock there?
He hasn't been able to this year. His schedule's been really, really hectic.
Mhm.
But I know in the past he's come up quite a few times. Like I said, he'll do like a Saturday morning running session with them and get different kids out. Even track kids come out. He's come to the weight room with them. So, yeah, he's been a big part of the kids coming out because it gets them excited when they know he's coming up.
Yeah, that's really cool. I'll have to
Yes.
check. I can't remember. I'll have to see if I have him on my fantasy team or not.
Huh.
I have a dynasty league I just started this year with a couple friends. I might have to get him on my team so I can keep him.
There you go.
So when you were the assistant coach at Williamsport High School, before you came on to Hancock, what kind of spurred you to leave Williamsport and go out and adventure into the head coaching world? And how did you land at Hancock?
Well, actually, I coached at Williamsport under Randy Longnecker and also Vince Ahern, and then I decided to just stick with the Williamsport Bears. But then 1 year later, the Hancock comes open, so I called Todd Rupenthal, the longtime standing coach up there, and told him, I said, hey, what do you think? Do you want to try to save this program because it was on decline? And he's like, let's do it. So I put in, and we've been doing it since.
That's awesome.
Yes.
They were talking about shutting down Hancock High School, right, and dispersing the kids out to different closer schools and kind of I guess almost a redistricting just for the school. But they actually fought against that, right? And did you have any part in helping keep the high school there, or did the football team have any part in that?
Actually, the sports in general helps keep them there, and
Mhm.
that's what we've told the kids. The more that you participate in sports, the more difficult it is for them to shut the school down. But yes, they were going to combine them with Clear Spring, and the parents all banded together, and for now have been able to hold it off. So
Very awesome. How did you get into the coaching job for the Bears? Was that your first? Was that your first big coaching job, or did you coach any before that?
No, I've actually been coaching for almost 30 years. I mean, I coached in Cumberland, because that's where I grew up, and I coached junior league up there for a long time. And then my wife actually is on the board here at this football, and a team came open, and I was lucky enough to get it. But yeah, she actually runs this football league here,
Oh wow, cool.
so
So you
it works
got
out
all
great.
the ins and outs.
Yeah, it works out great because you got to have the wife's support when you're coaching because it's a lot. So
Exactly.
the
I
fact that she's
understand.
involved is great.
Yeah, that's really cool. Definitely a family aspect both on and off the field. So that's a good
Correct.
thing.
Correct.
When you took over as the head coach at Hancock in 2021, uh, it was viewed as kind of a challenge being a smaller school and trying to keep the school alive. What have you changed in the program for the better for Hancock?
Just the workout program part of it. I mean, I'm there all the time for them. I actually started doing track as well to help recruit and help the kids get interested in the program. Um, we've bought new uniforms. Like I said, bringing tie up and just we get them excited. We do things with them all the time to make them, want to be a part of the program. So that's why it's continued to grow each year.
Do you have anything that you do with your players to help keep them motivated to implement that winning attitude and want to go out there and not only win but have fun and succeed and make sure everybody else is a better player on the field? Do you have anything outside of the football program that you guys do? Do you guys hang out? Do you have meetings outside the program? I know a lot of sports teams in high school have like dinners together. Do you guys do any of that stuff?
Yes, we do our dinners all the time. Yep, we do them every Thursday before our game. Like this one here, we did not have our homecoming, obviously, because Brownsville had to forfeit. But so we
I
moved
saw
our
that.
family
Yeah.
meal, and we bring all the families of all the players, and like we're doing a barbecue style meal with them, and it gets the whole community involved. I mean, the community has been great. The attendance at games has gone up every year, so it's become a community thing, and that's the part we needed to do. Now we need to work on getting the junior league because all they have up there is flag. So
Oh,
that's our
okay.
next goal up there. Yes.
Gotcha. That's cool. The community support is a huge thing in high school sports, as well as getting up into the collegiate ranks as well. It's not quite as much as the high school, but I feel like the younger the kids are, the more community support, the better. So that's great. You can definitely tell the improvement, and you guys are growing as a football program and a school over the past couple years. I think the past couple years, you guys may have had one or two wins on a season. Is that right? And now you guys are at 3-5. So.
Yes. My first 3 years, we've had a combination of only 2 wins. So
Okay.
we're way above that just one
Yeah,
season. Yeah.
that's awesome, and a lot of contribution to the team. Possibly your seniors. How many seniors do you have on the team this year?
6.
Okay. Do you want to highlight some of them and talk about them and let everybody know who they are?
Yeah. So the first one I'll start with is Aiden McCarty. He is where's that? Okay, he's second in the county in rushing yards per game. Actually, I'm sorry, he's first, and he's our leader on special teams as well. He does average 71.1 yards per game, and he's actually our because of the offense we run. He's actually he does most of the passing for us because we don't have a true quarterback. We run a single wing offense, so
Gotcha.
um, he's the number one yards per catch. So he's got 25.9 average there. So in our offense is
Wow.
second in the county, which is huge for us because
Yeah.
that's been a struggle lately.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Jacob Anderson. I can't remember exactly what his stats are. He's actually I'm sorry, he's third in the county in yards per carry. So we got 3 guys in the top 11. 2 of them are seniors, and then Sean Thomas is our main receiver. Sean is number one in the county in 38 yards per catch. So I mean that's huge because he's super fast, and we don't throw a whole lot, but when we do, that's the main guy. And then we got 2 linemen. One of them was actually a tight end, and he decided, hey, we need help I'll go down to tackle, and that was Hayden McCarty, because I got 3 McCartys on the team, so
Are they all
sometimes it gets
related?
difficult. Yes, so I got Hayden McCarty, and he went down to play tackle for us now, and then our center, who's just probably going to be all county again, is Brody Stratton. So those are our main senior leaders right there.
And you have the family aspect outside the program, inside the program, and then literally have the family aspect with those three McCarty boys. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. So you guys have your guys' schedule. You guys play a lot of the bigger schools, a lot of the schools that are considered tougher opponents. They always say iron sharpens iron. Do your kids like to step up to that challenge? Do they find excitement in that? Does it kind of pump them up a little?
Oh, absolutely. Because, the last 3 years, as you know, in Maryland, everybody makes playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, after consideration, we dropped out all 3 times, but the kids, they did not care. They wanted to go play the Fort Hill, and it would have been Fort Hill each time. But yeah, I mean, our first game of the year, Valley Wetzel, they're number 4 in single A in West Virginia. We played Seed, which is number 1 in 1A South here in Maryland. And then, of course, Northern Garrett, and all of them are way bigger than we are. But yeah, the kids rise to the challenge, and honestly, against Valley, it was 7-0 after 1 quarter. Against Northern, I believe it was 7-0 1 quarter. So they rise to it, but unfortunately, the numbers take its toll.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important to keep growing them each year.
Well, it seems like you're on the right track. And what do they always say? It's not the size of the dog in the fight; it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Absolutely, and we definitely have some dogs on that team that want to fight. That's for sure.
It sure sounds like it. So your guys' last game coming up here November 1st is against Clear Spring. You have a little bit of a history of with Clear Spring. That was the first place, one of the first high schools you attempted to coach at, correct?
Yeah, I actually did put in there. I actually put in there twice, and it was given to other people more deserving, of the title. So, and that's fine.
Understandable.
Yes.
Understandable, but does that kind of put a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, maybe like a redemption game? Is this one a little more special for you coming up?
Absolutely. We've been talking about it for 2 weeks because of having that bye. Oh yeah, I bring it up to them every day. How
Oh
bad
yeah,
I want this one. And their
that's
coach is
awesome.
their coach Curtis Keller, great guy. He
Yeah,
actually coached in our junior league as well, so we have a little competition even back then. Where
cool.
we butted heads every year. So, and he's just an awesome guy for that program. So, it's going to be a fun game with him.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a good one. So,
Yes.
my last topic I have for you is football wise in the NFL. Who do you like for the NFL? Who's your favorite team?
Okay, don't laugh at me, please. But I'm a
Okay.
Dallas Cowboys fan.
Oh man, we got to end this interview right now. See ya. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
I'm a Commanders fan. So I feel your pain.
Well, I'm
Um,
glad you said that because I'm a fan of football. I love the game of football.
yeah, same
So
here.
I don't have that young kid hatred that I used to have for them. I
Yeah.
love great people, and when they drafted Jaden Daniels, I told everybody, I said, "You watch, they're going to battle the Eagles for first, while Dallas is praying to stay out of the basement because we're really bad this year." So yeah, he's such a great athlete. My goodness.
Yeah,
So
he's definitely amazing to watch. That game last Sunday, I all but gave up on it, but I decided to watch through the end, and I'm sure glad I did. I witnessed it happen. I didn't witness it live. Obviously, it was at home. But my sister and her husband and their boys were at the game and in the end zone that Noah Brown caught the touchdown in. So definitely a moment in Washington history that a lot of people will remember for a long time. But
absolutely.
as for your Cowboys, I don't think they're. So I'm a big believer of it all starts from the top down. Um,
Yes,
with Jerry Jones trying to run the football team, I don't think anything's really going to fully be corrected until he just lets somebody else handle all those duties. Uh,
that's correct.
they'll have those moments where they'll be good, they'll make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll go all the way again until that change is made. I love watching Dak Prescott. I kind of feel bad for the guy. He's such a great player, and you saw that within his rookie year and his
Yeah,
sophomore year. And it's just the situation is just it's rough. And like I said, I feel your pain. Been there, done that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, but I
um,
stick with them.
yeah, but and CD's a great player, and he's a top, one of the best, if not the best
Yes,
receiver in the game. Um, The running game could use a little work, but
Oh yeah.
I I was really surprised they didn't make a move, or they haven't made a move yet, trade wise. Because I feel like they could still contend. They're not out of the race.
No, not in that division. I mean, I think
Yeah,
Washington's running away a little bit, but you still got to play them twice. So
yeah.
if they could fix the running game, absolutely they can get back in this thing. But
Dalvin Cook didn't look too bad the other night.
no, he's not. I mean, again, his age is going to show, and
Yeah,
I don't know. As you know what, maybe we're going to get into the what is his last name, the Genty sweepstakes for next year, and maybe
yeah.
he'll fall to us. I don't know. We'll see.
It's always possible. You never know with football. That's the fun part about it, right?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
What other sports are you into? Are you into baseball at all? Have you been following the World Series?
I haven't been because I cannot. Okay, I can't stomach the Yankees. I'm an Orioles fan. So I
Good.
am loving
Okay,
the fact the Dodgers are
that we're
putting it
good
on them.
with.
Okay, the Dodgers are really putting it on them. So that's great, and I love
Yeah,
it.
I think we're gonna see a sweep. I think they're gonna get a win this
Yes,
evening. And like I said, same with football. I'm an all around baseball fan as well. You appreciate the game, you appreciate the players, but seeing the Yankees get swept in the World Series will make it just a little sweeter.
absolutely it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna.
basketball, I'm a Wizards fan. And
Okay.
that's been a hard pill to swallow for a while. But
Yeah.
they're young, so we'll see what happens. They got a little more length this year, so we'll see what happens with them.
Yeah, basketball can be tough. It's all about basketball is really that, it's that depth game, that six man and down, a few more spots on the roster are really important. And if you don't have those pieces or those players that can step up in those spots, it's tough to make it that whole season. Basketball is a long season, just
Oh,
like
absolutely.
baseball. So, but yeah, I like the Wizards too. If I had to pick a favorite NBA team, I'd probably pick them. But I'm not really into basketball like I am baseball and football, but I enjoy it. So
Yes.
it is what it
Yeah.
is. But I like going to a basketball game more than I do watching it on TV. Have you ever been to a professional basketball game?
Yes, me and my wife actually went and watched when Michael Jordan played against Allen Iverson because,
Oh wow,
yeah, she was an Allen Iverson fan, so we went and watched them play. And I'm
that's
telling you, if you
awesome.
ever get a chance, go watch a women's college game because, I mean, I love Maryland's basketball coach and Brenda Freeze, but the program it's so fun to watch. I went with
Yeah,
a friend one time, and it's a great game, and people just don't understand how good it
yeah,
is, actually.
yeah. College basketball, I feel I'd probably say men's and women's. I'm more into than the NBA. I'll actually sit down and watch it. But I remember one of the first NBA games I went to. It was a Wizards game, and we sat behind one of the baskets, maybe like 3 or 4 rows back. One of my friends had some tickets his parents had, and they gave them to him, and he took us. And you see it on TV, and it looks amazing. But when they dunk the ball, and you see it in real life, and you're that close, it's almost like it doesn't seem like it's real.
Yes, yeah,
It was really cool to see, and then ever since then, it kind of hooked me a little more. But I haven't been back since, and I've yet to get to a hockey game. Um,
me neither. I have not been to one.
Yeah, I would like to get to a hockey game. They say the same thing. All my friends that are huge hockey fans say, go to a hockey game and you'll like it 1,000 times more than you already do if you watch it on TV. So that's one of the goals. I'd like to get. I guess Caps as my team. I'm just a
Yep,
homer.
I love all the local teams except for one. So
Yep,
yeah, I'm a
yep,
Capitals fan.
yep. I'm not a Baltimore Ravens fan, or you're not. You mean talking about the Ravens, right?
Between the Ravens and I can't call them the Redskins, the Commanders. I don't root for neither one of them.
Oh,
But
true.
every other
I guess
sport, I'm all
Commanders.
local.
I
Yeah.
guess Commanders are considered local. I was thinking, yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. I don't really associate them with this area because I think Washington, like Washington
True.
D.C. Yeah, so and I'm a fan. So what's that say about me?
Well, I don't like Baltimore either, so there we go. I'm not a Baltimore fan either, so.
Yeah, seeing Baltimore get beat by Cleveland
Oh, that
on
was great.
Sunday. Oh, that was sweet. I'll enjoy that.
That was great.
It hurt me a little bit fantasy wise, but that's all right. I'll take it. You got to take the good with the bad.
You got that right.
Well, hey Ron, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you today. Good luck on your last game coming up on the 1st. If you want to catch the game, it's in Hancock?
It's actually in Clear Spring, and there's a
Clear
good
Spring.
chance we're going to play them back-to-back weeks because we may see them in the playoffs.
Awesome.
So,
The playoff
yeah.
seeding should come out this weekend, correct?
Yep, as soon as the game's over, they should be out Saturday. I would imagine Sunday or Monday.
All right. Well, good luck against Clear Spring coming up. If you want to check out the Hancock High School Panthers football program, you can come out to the game this November 1st. They're going to be taking on Clear Spring in Clear Spring. Ron, it's a pleasure. We'll hope to have you on back soon, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you for having me.
If you'd like to be featured on the Coach's Corner with Andy, email coach at 921thegoat.com.